The material presented today is copyrighted and all rights remain the property of the speakers and EJC Advantage LLC. Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our monthly YL Oils and Product online gathering. Today is Saturday, November the 1st. I am your host, Jackie Close, and with me is my wonderful husband, Dr. Ed Close. Ed, are you on the line with us this afternoon?
I am. It's a beautiful day, and I'm expecting something wonderful to happen.
I love it. And it's been a week of wonderful things for us this week, by the way, folks. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful week where our group hit a new all-time high for record volume and record number of new people coming into our organization. And we just want to thank each and every one of our wonderful leaders for all that they are doing to help make this happen. It is just thrilling to see what's going on. So, okay, today our topic is using essential oils in massage. And we are so very honored to have a very special guest speaker today, Dina Klingel. And Dina is a licensed massage therapist and one of our tremendous new silver leaders. She is a rapidly rising star in Young Living, and she's going to share how to use Young Living oils in massage and with your massage therapist. So, Dina, are you online with us?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Hey, yay! Great. Okay, we're all here. Fantastic. Thank you so much for all you do to help others enjoy these oils and the many benefits of Young Living, Dina. I just have been thrilled at what's been going on in your group. And we're really excited to have you with us today and looking forward to learning about using essential oils in massage. So let's go ahead and get started with today's training. Dina, how long have you been a massage therapist?
I graduated from Metro Business College in 2007.
So about 7 years, maybe going on 8 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how long have you been a member of Young Living?
Well, I believe since 2011.
So not that long, just a couple of years. 3 years, I guess. Do you know how to find out when you joined?
Yes, ma'am. I joined in 2011, but I had been using Young Living for quite some time.
Oh, you had? Okay. And what was it about the oils that interested you most?
Young Living is just different from any other essential oil I'd ever experienced.
Okay. In what way? Did you just have a different feeling, or it did something for you personally that you really felt made a difference in your life, or?
Yeah, you know, there's just no comparison. When you're using Young Living, you just keep going back to it. You know, I mean, I had used other oils and probably bought oils from everywhere, and I always go back to Young Living. And then when I became a massage therapist and started using oils on clients, that was the only oil I trusted to put on a client.
Okay, well, how did you learn about Young Living? How were you introduced to Young Living? You said you'd been using them long before you actually became a member.
Actually, I was cleaning house for a lady about 20 years ago, and she had that whole Aroma Complete kit.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was just in awe. I would stand there and smell those little bottles of oils, and she would tell me about them, and she used a rainbow vacuum cleaner to clean with, and, you know, that's the one with the water tank, and we'd put thieves and eucalyptus in there, and her whole house just smelled wonderful.
I like that. Well, how soon after you were introduced to Young Living oils did you start using Young Living products during massage for your clients?
I guess, Miss Jackie, that I always used Young Living on clients as a massage therapist.
Okay. And what was it that actually caused you to use the oils for your clients? Was there something somebody said or some experience you had personally that caused you to include oils in your massages, or did you learn about it at Metro? Because I know I went and did training programs at Metro for a few years. I don't remember whether it was when you were there or not, but what was it that actually caused you to start using the oils for your clients?
I feel like the essential oils, using essential oils, enhances the whole massage experience. And my instructor at Metro, Angela Collins, I knew that she was in Young Living also.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, she spoke highly of Young Living and the essential oils. And it was just something I felt right about. I'm sorry, I've got an echo here I'm trying to fix.
Oh, okay.
It just feels like it enhances the whole experience, and I like using them on myself before I do a massage.
Oh, okay. Is that because it helps you relax or feel more energy, or what is it exactly? You just feel better before you start doing the massage if you're using them on yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I think, you know, Valor is my favorite oil, and
Okay.
I like starting a massage with Valor on myself and Valor on my client.
Well, I know we used to have a little office in Cape called Conscious Healing Institute, and we had licensed massage therapists. Our son was becoming a licensed massage therapist. He decided not to continue with that, but he was going through training at Metro, and he used to tell me that he would add Valor and Aroma Seeds to the V6 oil and use that as his massage oil. And he had a lot of clients coming to him for deep trigger point type massage, and he said it really opened up the muscles and made it a whole lot easier to work on them. Have you used it that way or other ways in the massage that you do?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Aroma Seeds is one of my favorite oils to use, especially after I've worked a little bit deeper on someone. I use a lot of marjoram and basil for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes the work that I have to do is a whole lot easier when you incorporate the essential oils.
Okay. Now, if somebody wanted to talk to their massage therapist about offering oils to their clients, you know, if they weren't doing that already, what would be an easy, comfortable way for them to do that?
If the massage therapist wanted to speak to their clients?
No, if somebody was going to see a massage therapist and they didn't use essential oils, or they didn't use Young Living oils when they did massage, is there a way that they could not be overbearing, but just be comfortable and easy in presenting the option to a massage therapist? You know, if somebody came to you and you didn't know about Young Living, when would be the best time for them to talk to you about the oils? Before or after they've had their massage, or during the massage? Which would you prefer?
I would prefer during the intake. You know, as a massage therapist, we always do an intake with the client, and if someone has a preference, that would be the time to present it. And I've had people ask me if, you know, what type of oil I use, and of course it's people that are aware of the quality of essential oils that will ask that. And I've had some people ask me or tell me that the only oil that they will have used on them is Young Living.
That's great. Now, could you share some of the ways you use oils in your home every day, not just with your clients?
Absolutely. Every day. I have a 7-year-old granddaughter who will not start her day without Nixia Red. She gets thieves on her feet. I put thieves on her before she goes to school. She loves the oils, and she takes the children's vitamins from Young Living and the vitamin C. Both my daughters use the oils. I have my nighttime routine that I just don't think I can go to bed without. I just wouldn't ever want to be without them.
And what do you use during your nighttime routine?
Progessence Plus is a must for me, and cedarwood. I've mixed up some cedarwood, lavender, and vetiver is my new favorite. And so I use that every night, and I like putting it on my hands so I can smell my hands when I'm when I'm sleeping. A lot of times I'll put Raven on my chest before I go to bed, and then I run a diffuser at night, and just whatever I feel like at night.
What kind of diffuser do you have, and what do you usually put in it?
I have the Young Living diffuser, the one with the colored cap on it, and I like cedar wood and lavender at night.
So the colored cap, is that the home diffuser that uses water?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is that a really quiet diffuser?
It is. It is. It kind of makes a little bit of a water sound, so I find that very soothing.
And then what oils did you say you put in there at night?
Most of the time, cedar wood and lavender.
Okay. Well, how would you suggest someone new start using or learning to use essential oils in their home?
I think people ought to start out slow, start out easy, you know, because it's so easy to be overwhelmed. Young Living has so many wonderful products, and so many times people feel like they have to have all of them, and they don't. You know, if you've got a bottle of peppermint and lavender, or if you have that the everyday oils kit, you know, the 10 oils, you've got everything you need to get started.
Yeah, I think that, and the Thieves Start Living kit, either one of those premium starter kits, either the everyday oils or the Thieves, are just fantastic ways to get started. And what I usually like to tell people, I don't know whether you do this or not, is if they go on Essential Rewards, then they're going to save the most money. They're going to get the best deal on everything. Plus, they can order 1 or 2 different oils each month, or 1 or 2 different products, or 1 or 2 different kits, because that way you really save a lot of money when you're on Essential Rewards, because the kits are at reduced prices. So then you could just get a new one of those each month, or a new product or 2 each month, and that way you'd always meet your $50 or 50 PV minimum requirement, and you've got 1 or 2 or maybe 4 or 5 new things to learn about in a given month, instead of trying to learn everything all at one time.
Right, I agree. Like I said, it can be overwhelming sometimes to people because they think they have to know everything all at once, and you don't. You know, you learn these oils like you learn anything else, just by experiencing them and by sharing them with friends. And, you know, your friends get together and we all get so excited, and we'll compare our oils, and, you know, everybody is smelling everybody else's oil, and we just love talking about them.
That's always the most fun to me. Go and get a bunch of friends together and just sit down and pass oils around and let everybody smell and share and laugh. And I always like to start with joy whenever I'm in a group like that, because we'll all be laughing in just a few minutes.
Oh, I know. And on Sundays, both my daughters and myself and my granddaughter will be here, and we'll just have the diffuser going and smelling oils and having a good time.
Yeah. Well, when you're applying Young Living oils during a massage, do you ask your clients for permission to use the oils, or tell them in advance what you're doing?
Yes, I do ask permission, and I make sure that I tell them that I'm using Young Living oils and why. You know, I feel like they're the most therapeutic oil on the market. I used to ask for permission, but I don't take new clients anymore, so most of, you know, I've worked on them, and they know that I'm going to use the oils. Some of them have favorite oils, and I've never had anybody ask me not to use them.
That's really nice. That's good to hear. Did you ever give your client a list of the oils you used during their massage, or how did you let them know the specific Young Living oils you were using?
A lot of times I tell them as I'm working on them, you know, why I'm putting a certain oil on them.
Okay.
And then after the massage, you know, I'll ask them if they feel better or if they felt the results from it, and explain how the oil works to them, or, you know, why I used a specific oil.
And do your clients normally see and report having better results when they use the oils?
Yes, yes, they do. Some of them don't know really why they feel better. they just know they feel better.
Yeah. Well, when did you start sharing with people how they could get their own Young Living oils?
Oh, in April.
In April of this year.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're already silver. That is fantastic,
yes.
Dina. Absolutely fantastic. Isn't that wonderful, everybody that's online with us? Just, that is such a thing to celebrate. I love to hear it when people do that. So from 0 to silver, April, it's how many months before you became silver?
Well, it just happened so fast, and it was it just blows my mind. It was like I was completely, I was not going to sign up anyone. I wouldn't mess with it. In fact, for 3 years, I gave people Dolores Danzer's card.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Dolores Danzer is Dina's sponsor and enroller, so that's her upline.
Well, actually, Dolores is my upline, but someone else enrolled me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my clients just said one evening, because I'd get oils from her, and one afternoon after a massage, she said, well, Dina, you want to enroll so you can just order them yourself? And I said, well, yeah. I guess I'd never been asked before.
Okay. And so then why did you give people Dolores Danzer's card?
I didn't want to mess with signing anybody up. I just had it in my head. You know, I've been involved in other marketing companies, and I just never liked the experience. And so I just figured it would be the same thing. I didn't want to enroll people. I just wanted to use the oils and enjoy using the oils. And I started using Abundance just because I liked the smell of it. And every day I was using Abundance, you know, my morning routine at work. And it was just like something was removed. The block was removed. And I heard myself, just as natural as anything, say to someone, well, sure, I don't order the oils for people, but if you got a minute, I'll show you how you can get them for yourself. And it just felt like I'd done that forever.
So you had already been in Young Living, what, 2 years before you ever did that?
About 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Uh-huh.
And so the first time you did that was in April of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you become silver? Was it last month or the month before?
Last month.
Last month. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October or September? It was September, wasn't it?
It was September. I think I had been executive for 2 months and then silver.
So you went from zero basically to silver in 6 months. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, we know people that have done it a lot faster than that, but that's a lot faster than most of the people in Young Living. So even Elaine Pinar took 2 years to become silver, and she became silver before I did.
Well, it just happened that what really excited me, it was a really good feeling when I enrolled that first person, and I thought, wow, this is really neat. They can take these, they'll have these oils at home to start using. And I really felt good about that, and I didn't ever think about that part of it. I thought I was doing my part by just sharing oils and putting oils on them, you know, and not thinking past that. But the event y'all had at Cape in May,
And yeah,
yeah, that just set me on fire right there. When I heard about the sesquiterpenes and the monoterpenes, and how the oils can clean the receptor sites and reprogram the DNA, it just gave me goosebumps.
yeah.
You know, and I thought people have got to know about this. And so I become very excited, and right at the same time, my core group, you know, I signed them up, and we were all excited.
Oh, that's fantastic. I remember you won quite a few products at that big event.
Yeah, me and the few that I come with, we did.
Now, if there are other massage therapists who would like to be able to include oils in massages they do, what would be your best advice to help them do that in a professional way? I mean, you've given us kind of what you do, but what would be your best advice to them? Because I know a lot of massage therapists are really great users of the oils, but they struggle with being able to share the oils with other people.
Well, if they've never used essential oils, I would recommend they start slow, you know, and don't overwhelm their clients at first. Maybe start with, you know, lavender and peppermint. But if they've been using the oils, then they're exactly what I was doing. They loved the oils, they loved putting them on them, but they're not wanting to sell. You know, they're not wanting to sell to their clients.
Right.
And that's what I had to get past. I don't like selling, but once I realized all I was doing was sharing and giving them the opportunity, just like I had been given the opportunity.
Yeah, to get the oils at wholesale prices,
Right.
and be able to use them in between. I know most people can't get more than one massage a month. Some people get them once a week, but it really makes a difference in how you feel through the month if you are able to apply oils in between those sessions.
Oh, absolutely. It makes a huge difference. And, you know, I've got people that use OrthoEase at home. And, you know, most of my people know the value of peppermint for headaches. And, you know, they learn a lot when you talk about the oils in massage.
Well, do you do raindrop technique for your clients?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. And how do you introduce them to the opportunity to get a raindrop? Do you talk to them about what it is and all that's involved? Because I know that's quite a bit more intensive of an experience than just a standard massage with 2 or 3 oils.
Yeah, I try to educate them about what all the raindrop can do.
Uh-huh.
And most of my clients, like I said, they've been with me for quite some time, and so they're aware when I'm taking new training or doing something new, because I'll introduce it to them. And they've been very open to the raindrop and had some really good results.
Where did you get your training to do raindrop?
I actually just come back from care intensive training last weekend in Nashville.
Oh, great. And can you talk a little bit about that training?
It was fantastic. Myself, Vanjie Jones, and Mariana Lane went, both members of my team, and I've been to a lot of classes, you know, for massage therapy, but I don't think I've ever been to a class with more value than that one.
Okay, for some reason it sounds like you're moving further away from the microphone. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's getting quiet.
Okay, how's that?
It's about the same.
I'm not moving.
Maybe turn your microphone up just a little bit.
Okay, how is that?
A little bit more.
Okay. My microphone is actually up all the way. I'm having to turn the speakers up to my computer.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Don't go any further with that because you'll end up with echoes. So what sort of things are you doing on a regular basis to introduce new people to Young Living and the benefits of essential oils? I know you're using them in massage, but you're also doing programs on a regular basis, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We started having our own monthly meeting, and that has really taken off and done well. You know, Dolores has hers, and Dolores, it looked like was going to leave us for a while, so we knew we needed to do something to offer training, and so we started having monthly meetings.
Okay. It seems to me like you started growing exponentially when you started doing that.
I think we did. I think we did. You know, and I don't think it takes everybody. You know, I don't want everybody to think when they get into Young Living that they've got to organize meetings, but people do need a place to gather, and they need a place to learn.
Right, and it can be something as simple as 2 or 3 people in your home once a week or once a month.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anything big. It can just be a little friendly get-together with a few people. Is there anything else you think would be helpful to our listeners to know?
Well, I think as a massage client, people that's interested in oils, you know, ask your massage therapist if they use essential oils. Introduce your massage therapist to Young Living. Massage therapists, you know, they want to help people, and maybe they just haven't been introduced.
Okay, and this is Dina here on the left on the screen, and is that one of your team members, Vanjie?
Yes, it is. That's Vanjie Jones. She was actually the very first person that enrolled with me, and she is a hospice nurse, an RN nurse, who has quite a passion for loving and helping people.
Okay, and this was a picture taken at one of the recent trainings you attended?
Yes, we went to Jonesboro, Arkansas to listen to a Young Living event, and this was at lunch. This was the group that went from Sykeston.
And Dina's back here in the back, I think.
Yes.
And this is Dolores Danzer, her upline. And I don't know who all these other people are, but there are a lot of happy people at that table.
They are. We was having a good time. Now, the gentleman in the black ball cap, that is Tony, and he has the salon. He owns the salon that I work in.
Okay, so that's your sponsor and enroller, isn't it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I got that all
one of my
mixed up.
clients, Teresa Jenkins, actually is.
Okay. Okay. And then is this a display at your massage room?
Yeah, that's in my room. That's my shelf that my oils are on.
And you can see now, are these the ones you like to use the most? That's peppermint, eucalyptus radiata, peace and calming, lavender, cypress. I think that's aroma seas, stress away, and energy. Are those the ones, Valor, Raven, grounding? Mm-hmm. So are these the ones you use most often?
Yes, and I try to keep them kind of where I can get to them in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, and there's your raindrop kit.
Yeah.
Now, is this in the same room on a different wall, or is this someplace else?
No, that's the same room. That's just a different wall.
And where is this?
That is in the salon. That's out there where Tony works. He's a hairdresser, and he keeps the diffuser going, and his clients just love the diffuser.
And that's the home diffuser for those who are interested, the Young Living Home Diffuser. And some people say it has a rose in the top, and it does look kind of like a flower at the top of it. And there's a whole bunch of oils over there. Let's see, I see energy and orange, and is that clary sage?
It might be orange or citrus fresh.
Citrus fresh, I bet that's what it is. This looks like lemon. I'm not sure what that red one is.
Probably
next to
grapefruit and lime.
Okay, grapefruit and lime. And then an empty bottle of Ningxia Red.
Yes. Well, and we drink our water out of that.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good because, you know, if you put oils in plastic, they will start breaking down the plastic. So having a Ningxia Red bottle that you can put oils and water in is a really good idea.
Oh, it is. And me and Tony show people all the time what a drop of lemon will do to a styrofoam.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I like this. I don't know whether that's just laying on top of that or whether it's laminated or whether it's under glass, but it says essential oils and the everyday oils, and that's how you would use each of those oils. Is that what that has on there?
Yes, it is. And it's kind of it'll peel off and stick back on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really nice. Except you see where I spilled oil on it and it took the ink off from it.
And where did you get this?
I'm not sure. I think from that, what is that, KRE Publishing or something?
Okay, I see them post things on Facebook from time to time.
And it really makes it easy to explain to people, you know, when you're telling them what's in the starter kit, when you show them that.
Yeah. And I understand that, you know, they've even already gotten this updated for FDA compliance and for the new oils that are going to be in the starter kit starting this month.
Yeah, Tony and I are waiting for an order to come in right now with the new stuff.
Okay. Okay, that's for those of you who may not realize this, Young Living, because of the fact that they were having such a problem getting black spruce for Valor, and I'm not sure why, for the Peace and Calming, they're going to replace those two oils in the Everyday Oils kit, and instead they will have Stress Away for the Peace and Calming, and Melaleuca alternifolia, which is also known as tea tree oil, and that's another universal oil. And those will both be, so Valor and Peace and Calming will be replaced with tea tree oil or Melaleuca alternifolia, and Stress Away. And the little bottle of Stress Away that used to come with the basic starter kit, that's going to be replaced with a bottle of Citrus Fresh, which is another hugely popular oil and fantastic for diffusing. So this is really going to be a nice new group of oils, since we can't have our Valor in there anymore, which is kind of sad, but at least they put Melaleuca alternifolia. Tea tree oil has so many different uses. I'm really thrilled with that choice. And I'm glad that they're going to put Citrus Fresh in the new kits too, because I think that's a better choice than Stress Away, personally, because I think people will enjoy that scent much better in general. And not everybody has a lot of stress, but a lot of people do. And that way you're not going to have 2 bottles of Stress Away in the starter kit, so I'm really happy about that. Now, this must be in another place. Is this in the salon or in your rooms?
Now, this is in the salon. This is out front in the salon, and this is a really neat old ladder that's been with the salon forever.
And you've got Ninja Nitro on the top and a Golden Touch 1, and then several boxes of Ninja Red and a Thieves Essential Rewards Kit box down there.
Yes, and Tony cannot keep enough Ninja Red.
Really?
Oh, no. I mean, people come in all the time. Tony is really, I think Tony has a downline maybe of 50, and he hasn't been in but maybe 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's tearing it up, and people just come in all the time to get Ninja Red.
That's fantastic. You guys are going to be helping so many people in that area. Now, this I love. Tell us about this.
That is, Tony's niece is an artist, and they also have a screen printing company. And so she designed those shirts, and our Facebook page is, that's the name of it, Our Inspired Life Stories. And then we tried to use, oils for that.
I just think that is really beautiful and really interesting, and I love the way it's done. The artist did an excellent job. I just
sure
love
did.
it.
We'll make sure you get one.
Oh, well, thank you. And this, now, is that Tony there on the left in the picture?
Right, that's Tony. Uh-huh.
Okay, and this is, does he keep this out so his clients can look through it, or?
Well, we do. We keep, someone's always sitting, getting their hair done and reading through there, and if Tony's not talking to them about oils, I am.
So the reference guide and then a little brochure on wolfberries. That's fantastic. The reference guide, I think that's a great idea, to put that in a waiting room and just let people sit there and go through it and look for things and find out how they can use oils to help themselves.
Oh, I do too, absolutely.
Do you get a lot of people joining Young Living as a result of those things being there?
Yes, we do. That, just running that diffuser did it. When Tony started running that diffuser, when he joined and put that diffuser in his salon, I don't know how many of his clients enrolled.
Wow.
Well, they come in and they feel the difference that just being around that diffuser makes.
I know when we used to have offices a long time ago on the square in Jackson, and the building that we were in had been the jail and the fire department, and I mean it had been used for a lot of really awful things. And the interesting thing is that every business that went in there before we did went bankrupt. So we hadn't been in there very long. I did a lot of work to make sure it looked really nice and inviting when we moved in, and it was only a few years after we moved in there that we were introduced by David Stewart to Young Living Oils. And when I started diffusing oils in our office space, anytime the postman or the FedEx or UPS guy came in the front door, they would say, "I look for excuses to come to your office so I can smell this every day."
Yeah.
He said, "I want to just stick my head in and say hello anytime I'm on the square." And I just think that, I thought that was really, really fantastic to get somebody who wasn't involved, wasn't you know, wasn't really having anything to do with Young Living, but they couldn't stay out of our offices because they loved the smell. So I think that would be a great tip for anybody who has a public place of business, that they put a diffuser in like you guys have done, and see what happens. It's just fun. This is a really neat little flyer that you've got laying here. I've seen these elsewhere. I think they're available from Sound Concepts or Life Science Publishers. I'm not sure which one. But is this something that you or Tony have in your space, or is it in the space where people are waiting?
Yeah, we just have it. We just have stuff sitting around and try to make it available where people can pick it up and read it. And yeah, that is a good little flower. It just shows somebody that if, you know, all you got to do is get 3 friends and get them to enroll, and you get paid.
Yeah, so you're one premium starter kit for you, plus helping 3 friends be able to get their oils at wholesale prices, and your kit's free. I think that's just a fantastic option for folks, and I don't think a lot of people are really understand how easy that can be.
I don't either. I think everybody is afraid that they're going to have to sell something.
And you don't really.
And that is so far from the truth.
You just have to kind of open the bottles and let people try them. And I went to a restaurant one time and sat down, and I was there with a few friends that I wanted to introduce to oils, and they didn't know anything about oils. And there was 3 of them and 1 of me, and so we sat down at this restaurant table, and I pulled out my little, at that time, my little Essential 7 kit, which later became the Everyday Oils kit, and they added oils to it. And so I pulled out my little Essential 7 kit, and I set all the oils out in the middle of the table, and within 5 minutes, every waiter and waitress in that restaurant was standing at our table, wanting to know what we were doing. And we were passing oils around and giggling and laughing and having so much fun.
I'll tell you an interesting story. When we was at Nashville last weekend, we had spent the whole day, you know, of course, in doing the raindrop. And as you know, you get a lot of oils on you,
yes.
And you really smell like oils when you leave there that day.
Yes.
And
you smell like pizza.
Yes. Well, we were all 3 pretty tired, and the Waffle House was right there kind of in the parking lot of our hotel. And so we just decided to walk over there and get some supper. And we sat down, and the young man, he was maybe 19, that waited on us. And he just stopped dead in his tracks, and he hollered kind of back to the storage room, and he said, "What are you doing back there?" He said, "We don't have those smells in here." He said, "I smell oregano and thyme and basil."
Oh, my gosh. He had a good nose.
He did, to be so young. And, of course, we're all just dying laughing because we knew it was us that smelled like that.
Oh, that is really neat. Okay, we've come to the part of our presentation where we're going to see if we've had questions submitted. So let me take a look here. Oh, they were just telling me I can hear fine. I can still hear really good. Okay, so we got that taken care of, fortunately. Anybody have questions for Dina right now? If you do, go ahead and raise your hand. If you've got a question for Dina, just click on the hand symbol on the webinar panel and let me know that you've got a question that you're typing or you want to send in. So we'll take a little more time, but just do that for me now so I can see if we've got people who want to ask Dina a question. Ed, do you have anything for Dina? Are you there, Edward?
Yes. Yes, I am. Excuse me. Yeah, I have a comment. I just really found it exciting to listen to Dina because, as you know, we've been in Young Living for a number of years now, and of course I was pulled in as an engineer. I was pulled in by circumstances having to do with mold. But once you start using oils, there are so many different things, and it improves your life and your health, and you stay out of doctors' offices and hospitals. But what excited me about listening to Dina was that over the years, we, not only just in our organization, but when we meet Young Living people around the world, around the country, a large percentage of them are massage therapists or some other service like a nurse or a hospice nurse, those sorts of things. And those people are the salt of the earth. I mean, they love people, they love helping, and their motivation is to help people and to improve people's lives. And typically they're not interested in their idea of sales is like a used car salesman or something, and they're not really interested in that. They're not aggressive people. They're demonstrative people. They like to show. They like to teach by showing people what works for them and helping people. And that's just so exciting to hear of someone who is that kind of dedicated, service-oriented person who has realized that the best way to help people is by giving them a chance to get the oils themselves at a lower price and with rewards and so forth. It's just exciting to see, to listen to someone who made that transition from the typical help service type person to a person who realizes Gary Young's dream. And that's Gary's dream is to get oils in every home in the country and in fact on the planet. And the way you do that is not by hard selling, advertising, and the typical sales approach. You do it like these folks are doing it. You start slow, as Dina says, and you introduce people to the oils and you find out what will help them. You're never selling them something that they don't want or don't need. You're always providing a service. That's a huge difference, and I just find it just very exciting to hear that, because we have so many people in our organization and so many people that we've met around the country and around the world who fall into that category of really their driving force is to help people. And when they realize they can help more people by making the oils available to them directly through a wholesale account with Young Living, that is just huge, and that's what makes Young Living the fastest growing organization practically on the planet. The only organization selling guaranteed therapeutic grade essential oils. It's just very exciting.
Thank you, honey. Dina, do you have anything else you want to add? We still haven't had any more questions come in. So I guess
I do. I agree with what Ed said. It was like I thought I was doing good by just feeding them a fish, you know, but when you teach them how to fish, and it was the best feeling. I never even imagined how good it would feel to know that I was teaching them how to go home and use these oils, you know, and that they would call me and say, oh my God, you know what happened? And the excitement just don't quit, you know. It's the
wonderful. Bless you, Dina.
Yeah. Oh, it's just, I mean, I could just tear up, and so does my team. They're just like me. They're so passionate that it's exciting. We're thrilled. You know, we just can't wait to do more.
Well, if nobody else has any questions, I think that's probably going to do it for today. Let's see. Oh, yes. Remember to fall back tonight. Be sure to turn your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed tonight. This is Saturday, November the 1st that we're talking about. for those of you who listen to us after the fact. And then tomorrow, Sunday, you can enjoy that extra hour of sleep. Or stay up later. I don't know. Whatever works for you. This is, I want to thank everyone who joined us today for the live presentation, and a very special thanks to our guest speaker, Dina. Thank you so much for taking
I thank you for having me.
Oh, we're
Thank
just
you.
really, really excited to have you here. Thank you for all the information you shared with our audience. And we're really happy to have you as one of the leaders in our YL organization. I mean, that you're exactly the type of person we love to see show up, and we're so thrilled for your success.
Well, with people like you and excuse me, you and Ed and Dolores and Elaine Pinar, you know, we've had some really good role models and some really good support.
Well, thank you. Now, for all our listeners, if you would like additional information about using or purchasing essential oils, please contact the person who introduced you to the oils or told you about this program. And a recording of this event will be posted at www.naturesmoldrx.com no later than Monday, November the 3rd. And it will be available for anyone to listen to, anybody you want to send to the website at no cost for at least the next month. So again, that'll be Monday for sure. It'll be up and posted. Until next month, this is Jackie Close and Ed and Dina sending you all hugs across the miles. And we ask, may your life be blessed exceedingly, abundantly, above and beyond all you hope and dream. And may you be filled with faith, joy, gratitude, and vibrant health. Goodbye for now, everyone. God bless. Please listen carefully to the following required disclaimer and copyright notice. The information shared during this event is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Everyone is an individual with different body types, different blood types, different body chemistries, and it's important to remember that what works for one person may not work the same way for another. The decision to use any of this information is the sole responsibility of the listener. Any products, techniques, and/or personal usage tips referred to are not suggested as a replacement for proper treatment from a licensed healthcare professional. We are not medical doctors or healthcare professionals, and FDA regulations prohibit the use of medical claims in conjunction with the sale of any product not approved by the FDA. Statements made herein have not been evaluated by the FDA. The material presented today is copyrighted, copyright EJC Advantage LLC and the speakers, and all rights remain the property of the speakers and EJC Advantage LLC. It may not be posted, copied, or transmitted through any means without our written permission. You're welcome to share a link to our website or refer people to www.naturesmoldrx.com if you wish to share this information, or find us on our Google channel. Just look up Jacqui, Jacqui, Close, Close, on Google YouTube. And so YouTube channel. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful month. Wishing all of you great success and vibrant health. Bye-bye for now.